Before dinner,
Gotcha, you have other family?
I introduced some new members, and I neglected to mention one future new member that we have here tonight. That would be Michelle Valviani. Stand up, Michelle. Michelle's still in dental school, third year at Tufts, and I'm sure she's going to be joining us on the North Shore here soon, so we'll introduce her tonight.
I don't want to interrupt, but they ran out of steak, so they are cooking more filet mignon, so I want your dishes if you want, or come up and get another dish, because a lot of people did not get the steak, so they're cooking some more fillets out, which will be up shortly, so Jeff doesn't mind, we might scoot out a second to get a little dish, okay?
By the way, the spam wasn't too bad.
Are you guys hear all right without the microphone? Yep. Now I'd like to have Ryan Schwang, our secretary, come up. He's going to present some life membership awards.
So, as the secretary of the district, I'm the distinct honor to introduce the newest member of the North Shore District. Dr. Mark Goldberg will be getting the life membership pin.
I'm 45 and then you have 60.
I don't think anybody says
You know?
Oh, really? 30 consecutive years. Welcome must be a life member.
Peter's a life member.
Peter, not.
I didn't know Peter was that.
That's the way you enjoy telling him that, don't you? Yeah, Peter's a life member. Bastard.
No fanfare.
So, by now everyone's probably received a letter from me concerning the money that we all raised over several years, over 4 years, about 5 years ago. The Dental Society, as most of you know, raised close to $250,000 to start a hygiene school.
That's how you make cash.
And since that time, at the time, our dream was to create a hygiene school in the North Shore. There was a severe shortage of hygienists, and we thought it would be a good idea to get a hygiene school started. Since that time, we assessed our members, and we've had all this money sitting in an account. If we can get that money out of there, at some point, the state of Massachusetts can actually come take it and use it, because we're supposed to be a non-profit organization, and we're not supposed to have that kind of money sitting around. So we worked up some ideas and some options. You all got the letter. The Lynn Community Health Center has offered, if we give them a donation, they are going to buy computer equipment, and they're going to buy a training person and staff their organization so that they can train dental assistants and front desk personnel. They can't start a hygiene school, but they can at least train some of the other auxiliaries that we all need. For those of you who haven't been there, Steve Barrett's has been there, Jeff Dornbush, John Fisher and myself all took a tour earlier this year. They've got, I think, 20 operatories. They already rotate dental students through the facility. They do some training already with dental assistants and auxiliaries, and they've offered to expand their training for these people. I think it would be an excellent use for your money if you opt to give it to them. Another option that we've created is the FDS Foundation. The FDS Foundation spends their money on providing increased access for the underserved in our state. They actually give money to the Lynn Community Health Center. Last year, or the year before, they gave about $30,000. And just so you know, the North Shore District already has an operatory there with our name on it. There's a plaque outside of the door. This operatory provided by funds from the North Shore District Dental Society. So when you think about what to do with that money, I think those are two worthy causes. If you're interested in looking into it more, Lori Perry is the director of the Lynn Community Health Center, and she's happy to give tours. So I would encourage anyone who wants to go see this facility to take a tour, to check it out. Those have to be returned by February 28th. So, any questions?
How many of the responses have you got? Out of what, 300 members in the district?
The responses in the self-addressed stamped envelope that you had in your packet are going directly to Kathleen Boyce at the Mass Dental
all right,
Society.
all right,
She's
so-
the treasurer, and so I don't have an exact tally yet. I know that about 6 people have sent them to me. I'm just going to forward them to the MDS. Don't send them to me, I don't want them. Send them to the MDS. They're going to do the accounting, and at one of our next 2 meetings, I'll be able to give everyone a tally of what happened to the money. Some of us are going to take it back. Some of us are going to donate it to one of the 2 other options.
And it's not either or, the decision can be all under one or all under the other, it could be split.
You can split it up. You can split it up any way you want. It took us a lot of time to work that sheet out. There's lots of legal things because the money was intended to go for the hygiene school. So legally, we can't touch it for anything else except the hygiene school unless you redirect it. So if some of you don't respond to this, the money that you gave is still going to just sit in that account in Never Land. So please respond one way or the other. Walter.
Respond to what? Have you sent a notice out? Maybe I'm unconscious.
You
Was
should
it
have
only
received a
digital?
letter.
No.
You should have
It was a
received a letter
Paper
probably 2 weeks ago.
No, more than 2 weeks.
And it's a letter.
6 weeks. Yeah, a month ago. 4 or 5.
Okay, 4 or 5.
I should go. I'm sure you can send another copy.
So the letter's, signed by me. It's, and it gives you a sheet to check off and fill out to redirect the money. It had to be done legally. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we had to go through to get this done. So, it's something that I think had to be done, and I hope you consider the Lynn Community Health Center or the NSDDS Foundation. I think they're both worthy causes for the money. So, the other big news that everyone found out about is that our non-covered services bill died on Deval Patrick's desk. So if you're like me, you probably wanted to go down to Com Ave and break somebody's kneecaps. Since we can't do that,
Service project.
we keep,
How about Central?
keep it clean. The Dental Society, we are going to reintroduce this bill. It has to go back to the House and the Senate, and it has to be re-ratified, and it has to go to Deval Patrick. Now, I just expressed that my first reaction was anger towards Patrick for not signing this, but when you look at it, out of 4,000 and some dentists in the state, only 200 of us bothered to call Patrick. We got Rocco Iocco and the MDS PAC. We got lots of our trustees, Peter Yorth. There's lots of people in the Dental Society that put in tons and tons of hours trying to get this thing. And we send out these emails to call our representatives to push this stuff through and hammer it home. I was a little disappointed that only 200 of us responded to that. I think we could have done better. I think if it comes up again, that we all need to be aware that, we've got to at least reply to these requests to respond. The Dental Society can't stand up for everything unless we all stick together on some of these issues. And I think everyone agrees that this issue is fair for our patients, it's fair for dentists. The only people that benefit from this not passing are the insurance companies. A couple questions back there.
No, not a question, I just want to talk a little bit more about this issue. The bill has been refiled. It's already been filed. We're going to go through the whole same motion again. And every time you get this email from MDS that urge you to call your senator, your representative, and send a cap whiz message to your senator, representative, or Governor Deval Patrick, please do so. The more people that do that, we're going to get this to pass. The story is that MetLife, that is the insurance that the union of the state employees have for dental insurance, got to Deval Patrick, and they told him that it's going to increase the cost for the union members if this passes. So he used a pocket veto, threw on the table, and the bill died. It passed with flying colors, both in the House and the Senate, and there was lots of support for it. And we have the same support, but we need you guys and all the dentists. With 5,000 of us in Massachusetts, little more than 200 use CapWiz to talk to their representative. That's not enough. We need more people to be active. And this is our future. If we don't do it now, the government, the state, they're going to come down on us as a ton of bricks, and they're going to tell us what we're going to charge, how we're going to do it, and we need you guys to help out. You can't sit in your office and not think that this is not going to affect you. It will.
Can I add something to that too, Barry?
Sure.
One thing to know, some people may be shy to make this call. You may think you have to know a lot about the legislation, what this bill says. You might have to speak to the actual senator or governor. You will never speak to anybody but somebody who picks up the phone and works for the governor or your representative. And all you need to say is, I'm calling to show my support and hope that whoever you call will support our bill. And that'll be the end of it. You don't need to be shy, because you'll never be in a situation where you have to speak to an actual legislator or governor. It's the easiest thing in the world. So if you feel a little intimidated by it, don't be. It's that easy a call. You'll be on for 30 seconds.
It is easy. So, and on that note, the other thing that I want us all to do is try to bring a friend to our next meeting. We're always interested in amping the attendance and the excitement for our meetings. It's how we get the word across to all of our members about what's happening. Our next meeting is Dr. Vankovich. That's on March 14th. He's talking about pain management. He's going to give the lecture that we all need, the 2 hours of CE credits for board of registration, requiring these every 2 years. And what Steve and I have decided, Steve's the next chairman next year, so what we've decided to do is we're going to do, if we do narcotics and pain management this year, Steve's going to cover the infection control. So we're going to flip-flop every year, so if you come to that meeting, you're going to get those 2 meetings, you'll get all of those requirements taken care of. So come to that meeting, bring a friend, and now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our speaker tonight. It's Dr. Jeff Dornbush, who you're all familiar with. Jeff has 20